Kal, great to see you, and thank you for coming back to Toronto. Is it good to be back?
Great to be back. Always nice to be back here. Yeah. And I've never been here for the festival before, so this is really nice.
So this is a first for Kal Penn.
It is.
His Virgin Festival.
That's right. Sort of.
Yeah.
Ish. We the first time I was here when we were shooting the first Harold and Kumar, we overlapped with TIFF a little bit, but because we were working, we didn't get to really check anything out.
Yeah, well, good to have you here with this movie. And first off, I got to ask you, are you a scary movie kind of guy?
I am, in the sense that I like a lot of the weirder scary movies. So I grew up with the slasher films and the things like Nightmare on Elm Street and all of that. One of the reasons I wanted to work on this was because Wes Craven is producing. But I tend to like more of the psychological thrillers or the bizarre things. Like The Shining to me is one of the scariest movies, just because it's so creepy and weird and you imagine yourself in that situation. I'm less scared of the ghosts kind of a thing. But yeah, I mean, I love the genre because it makes you feel things that you don't otherwise get to.
Well, exactly, and I always think the more real these characters are, the more scared you're going to be.
Definitely.
And what's great about this one is that they're very realistic characters. Like there's this girl from a small town, this guy who's like, and he comes back to his small town. So was that something that you kind of related to in terms of as well?
Yeah, it's one of the things script-wise that I really liked about it was that the characters are all crafted in a relatively weird way, which is not to say that they're not bizarre. My character in particular is just a bizarre human being, but they're grounded in something. And I play a fashion photographer, a celebrity fashion photographer, who creates a world around him so that he's the center of attention always. And it's such a peculiar thing to do because it's not just that he's good at his job. Plenty of people are good at their jobs, but he creates almost this, he's got this neuroses where he really needs to be the center of attention at all times and be able to tell people what to do around him. And I'm so used to playing nice guys, nice characters, that I really liked playing somebody who didn't really have that many redeeming qualities. He did at one point, but how did he get to the point that he's at right now? And that was, I don't want to say it's nice to play a character like that, but it is a nice challenge to have.
No, I was going to say, it's always fun to play those, I would think, like baddies or just weird or something that's kind of out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, oh, that's great. And then, we were saying you are in a film that was produced and mentored and, by Wes Craven, and wow, what was it like to just have him around?
Pretty incredible. I mean, Nick Simon, our director, Wes was a mentor of his for years, and the development process for him was about 2 years, even before we were able to start getting things in pre-production. I only met Wes once during our table read and work session that we had before we went up to Victoria. So he's based in LA, or was based in LA, and we shot up in Victoria, so he wasn't able to spend time up there. But what a great guy. I've never had a producer who, when you first sit down to do a table read, thanks everybody for being part of his movie. And I thought, no, thank you for giving us an opportunity to work with you. It's not the other way around. And just what a great guy. It's obviously a big loss, but I'm really proud that we've had the chance to work, to work with him, and to know that he was part of the process from different iterations of the script down to, Nick would send him edits and he would come back with notes on how to edit and cut everything down, and just a real great opportunity.
Yeah, I was going to say, what an honor to be part of his last production.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
That's unbelievable. Like I was saying to Nick, he's going to be there with you guys tonight, like just smiling from ear to ear, you know?
Exactly.
That's really, really cool. Tell me about working with Claudia. She's so sweet.
She's really sweet, and I have to say, Claudia is very sweet, and the whole cast was, I think a lot of us like to, almost as a cliche as actors, if you go and shoot something on location, you're like, oh, it was like summer camp. Like, this was really like summer camp. We all got along really well. We hung out on our downtime, really took advantage of everything that the city had to offer in terms of outdoor stuff and hiking. And I don't think I've ever been hiking with 12 people before. But we all went, because there's plenty of hiking up in Victoria, and it was just a really great experience. The cast is fantastic. Claudia is great. Miranda, who plays my girlfriend, is awesome. Kenny Warmold, who everybody knows from the dance world, is like a scene stealer with some of the stuff that we have. That I'm curious to see tonight which takes kept it in and which ones didn't. But it's a really great young cast, and it was really nice to work with them on this.
Yeah, I was saying, like, when you're on a horror, these kinds of movies, they've got to be a lot of fun to shoot, because you've got these intense scenes, and then when it's cut, there's got to be
fun
you're like,
how insane is this? And then you go back and watch the playback and go, did I pull that off? And and our DP, our director of photography, cinematographer, a guy named Dean Cundy, who shot all of the Back to the Future movies, Jurassic Park, a lot of Wes's older films, and
that's huge.
Really huge. really huge. So it was a great group overall.
That's amazing. How do you choose now what you want to do in terms of working?
It depends on a number of factors. I mean, if I like the script, if I like the director or people who you're working with, ultimately, in an ideal world, you always want to be able to choose something if the story and the character are compelling. And I love doing things that are a little bit different from the things I've done in the past. I also will always love making people laugh, so that's always a great staple if I'm lucky enough to continue working in it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you've been part of some great series, like obviously with House was amazing.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, yeah.
Battle Creek, and that's David Shore's, was David Shore,
yeah,
right?
David Shore and Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, no, his cousin is my dentist. And
oh, awesome.
we've got that. Hi, Sharon. Yeah. But so yeah, I've met him, but great opportunity to work with some amazing people.
Yeah.
And then you go back and look in your career, and then you stopped, and you go to Washington, and you take time off to do that, and then you come back to Hollywood.
Yeah.
And so how do you separate everything, or how do you know when you want to do these types of
I don't know. There's no handbook for anything, but even with what you do, right, as a journalist, there's no handbook for journalism necessarily in terms of, especially now, things are digital, things used to not be digital, So I loved that I had the chance to take a sabbatical for 2 years and work in public service and then come back. I think it's similar to, there are actors who do other projects, or some people go back to school, or it's not so different from doing something like that. And I just love that the fans were willing to, A, let me go and do that, and then B, let me come back to a show like How I Met Your Mother, or to movies like this. So I really owe a lot of gratitude towards them for supporting me through that.
Yeah, that was fun on How I Met Your
It was a blast. What a great cast, yeah.
And what a great cast. I mean, serious.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was.
I wish it stayed on the air longer so I could,
Yeah, I guess with some series.
Selfishly go back.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's like it's good to end when it's time, and
Definitely.
good for them. They're all going on. You're all going on different things for sure. So coming up next for you.
So this movie I'm excited about. Finally see tonight. I just finished a film called Speech and Debate that was based on a play by the same title, and then I shot a mini documentary for Vice that comes out probably in the next week or two. We're just finishing that up at the end of this week. And then pilot season is about to start, and there are a couple of other films that I don't want to talk about yet because they're not officially
like Layover?
a deal closed. Layover is
that's William H. Macy.
Yes, the Layover is. I'm excited. I'm sorry, I didn't mention the Layover.
No, that's because that's why I wasn't sure, because William H. Macy.
No. Yeah, so the Layover with William H. Macy was an awesome opportunity. It's a supporting role, and it was just a handful of days, but watching him direct was really a treat because he's an actor. So an actor knows how to direct other actors and give you the space to really create the character that you want to create, which is otherwise, I think, hard to do. So having that insight and working with a guy like that was really great.
How fabulous.
Well, it was cool.
And everybody wants to know, like, what's happening with you and John? Is there talk? Are you going to do more stuff?
I mean, I always say I would be perfectly happy doing Harold and Kumar 50 when I'm 98 years old. I have no qualms about that. I love the character and I love the franchise. We don't own the franchise, so we are just as curious as you are. There's an animated series that we did the pilot of that I think they're still shopping around, and hopefully do another film at some point. Yeah.
So you guys are still best buds?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we became actually really close friends through that whole process.
How could you not?
Yeah. Well, you could fake it. I mean, if you didn't really like each other.
I guess, but
we did like each other.
It
is genuine. It is genuine. You've seen us both at the same time in the same room.
Absolutely. You're awesome together. You really are. No, we want Harold and Kumar. Well, Harold and Kumar's bar mitzvah for sure. It's got to be opted out.
What else?
But yeah, I would love to see them.
I want them to go to the moon.
I was just going to say that. Harold and Kumar in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there you go. Like, who needs Matt Damon when you've got Harold and Kumar?
Well, I like our cameos, too, so that might work out well for everybody.
Good point. And we got to think of something for Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
now
he just
that
lives
he's
there.
Mr. Game Show host, he's a little busy right now.
Yeah. When the show's done, he can maybe make some time.
I'm sure he would.
He's
make time
awesome.
for you
What a great
guys.
guy.
He is a great guy. As you are. Congratulations on this, and I'm so excited for you because it's people are going to see you in a different light, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to see that reaction.
Good stuff. Well, always a pleasure.
Likewise.
And, best of luck with
Thank you.
Cal.
Thank you.
Great talking
You too.
to you.
Always good to
Thank
talk to you.